Beautiful Leo moons, welcome to your prediction for the new moon happening in for the new moon happening in Libra around the 16th and 17th of October. Stay tuned. Guys, I know I said it on my last predictions, but I'm gonna say it again. The astrology is not necessarily very favorable right now. We are going through some challenging times in terms of the astrology, but, and I'm really gonna say it with a big capital B-U-T, the challenge is for you to stay centered through it, to connect with your higher self, to connect with that aspect of you that is most conscious and most centered and most connected to God, to source energy, to your higher self, to your guides, to your angels. Call in all of your protectors. Stay connected. Do the meditation, even if it's more challenging at this time. Mars is still going to be retrograding in Aries. We've had this difficult transition and aspect with Chiron. We've got Mercury going retrograde on the 14th, which of course is going to bring all of those other challenges to do with logistics, with communication, with miscommunication, with understandings and trying to get meetings going. All of these things are just going to be a little bit more frustrating. And the challenge is, do not fly off the handle, center yourself, be calm. I knew that card was going to come out, of course. Be calm, because I know you are conscious beings. I know you can do this. I know you can remain centered. And the thing is, if you slip up and you don't remain centered for a moment, just forgive yourself immediately. Ask for forgiveness as well if you've hurt someone. And yeah, this is how we grow. This is how we grow within our relationships. This is how we come together. This is how we build better understandings with each other. This is how we move through these times. So in terms of general energy, guys, you have 5 and 5. And this is very interesting because, and I'm quoting Tanya Gabrielle right now, she says, and she's an astronumerologist, and she says 5 is on a rocker, 5 points in both directions. 5 is about a pivotal point. And in terms of 5 of fire, it's talking about competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. And this is quite typical of the kind of astrology we're moving through. And it really is very important for you to check in. What is it you want to see collectively? What is it you want to see on a societal, global level? What is it you want to see in your personal life? Are these visions aligning? What is it you want to see in your work life versus your home life versus your family life versus what you want for your children? Even if you don't have children yet, what you want for your future children. Even if you're not planning to have children, what you want for the children of the earth. Are these different visions aligned to the same goals? Check in with the things you're working towards right now. What is not aligning with those visions? Cut those things out. Cut those things out, because that's not who you are and you are just wasting your energy. Do not waste your golden energy on the things that do not align with where it is you need to be going. 5 of Earth is talking about fears surrounding money. and uncertain self-employment. And so maybe in some ways you are sometimes taking on work that maybe doesn't align with your goals, align with your ethics, because you fear that more money won't come in, that more work won't come in. I want you to start being a little bit more picky about the things you choose. And especially if you are self-employed, I want you to reassess what you're charging, because I think you're undervaluing your services. I think you're charging too little. And I think you need to start really valuing yourself. And I think you need to sit down and visualize what is your perfect client slash customer slash contractor or employee or whatever it is you need to be attracting into your life. What do they look like? Energetically, of course. How do they treat you? How do they value you? How do their goals align with yours? Really take this time to cut the things out in your life that are no longer serving you, that are no longer reflecting who you are, because you've done so much growing this year, Leo moons. And you know, I know that there's been a lot that I've needed to cut out of my life. And a lot of it has just been like, you know, fall back into old habits, and then I'm sitting in old situations that I've sat in many years and gone, this used to be normal, this used to feel good, even fun, but not anymore. It's just simply not aligning with who I am anymore. And I know you're feeling that. And then we have the Strength card. And you know, before I started shuffling, I split the pack in half, like this. And I looked under and there was the Strength card, and I thought, that card's for Leos. And then I thought, no, but it'll come out if it needs to. And here it is, Strength card. I knew that card was going to come out. You have the strength to make these ruthless decisions. You have the strength to cut the things out of your life that you do not need. You have the strength to step into your power, and you also have the strength to face any of the conflict that is happening externally from you with love. Center yourself in your heart. You are heart-centered beings, as long as you are not shifting into your egoic self. And of course, we all have ego. I'm not trying to call you out or be mean towards you specifically. We all have an ego, and in many ways the pride aspect is how you fall into the ego quite easily. And so learning to swallow that pride, but to set those healthy boundaries, and to have the strength to speak with love in the face of adversity, in the face of conflict, in the face of difficulty, in the face of someone attacking you. Take a breath and come with love and compassion. And I promise you, you will melt them. They will completely crumble before you, like, oh, sorry, I overreacted. Immediately, watch as you dissolve the fear and dissolve the conflict. I know you can. You are amazing. In terms of the energy that we have unfolding for you as you're approaching this new moon, we have the Two of Swords with the Justice card. And these two cards really are saying the same things in different ways. And firstly, it really is echoing this Libra energy. The scales, the balancing scales. The two, and I mean, you can literally look at these balancing scales. Balancing scales. Balancing scales. Or balancing swords. Very much cards of Libra. Very much cards of air. And justice. And law. And judiciary systems. And in some ways, you know, the Two of Swords, it says balance is essential. Balance, and so does the Justice card say this, balance is essential. Make sure you're looking after yourself. Make sure you're balancing the different energies out. Make sure you're not making a rushed decision about something, especially if it is to do with something legal, something signing of contracts, banks, lawyers' agreements, opening new businesses, forming sort of documents, anything legally binding. Don't rush the decision right now, because the warning is that you may be making a blinded decision because you don't have all the facts in hand right now. And maybe some people are pushing you to move ahead and to hurry. Don't let them upset you. Just say, I'm not ready to push forward right now. I feel like I need more information. I feel like I need a better understanding because I don't understand what I'm signing for. And I want to read this document thoroughly. Read your documents thoroughly at this time. Please don't just sign things away. Read those documents. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Do not let anything slip through. And it's not that I sense that anyone's out trying to get you. It's just there's this miscommunication, there's this misunderstanding, and there's this lack of information. So don't rush this decision. Some of you may be in legal battles, some of you may be busy acquiring new property, some of you may be busy opening new businesses. These are definitely legal matters. Maybe you're looking for a new place to stay, because of course a new lease is also a legal document. Maybe you're trying to get passports or visas organized, which of course is a whole nother ball game in this new world of COVID, isn't it? In terms of the energy we have happening over this new moon for you, we have the Ace of Swords and we have the Hermit card. There is this sense of solitude, loneliness. It's a lockdown energy. And a lot of countries are moving back into a phase of lockdown, maybe not as strict as the first phase, but certainly restrictions are being put in place again in a lot of places because we have this second wave of the coronavirus happening in many spaces. And so for some of you, it's going to mean you're going to be locking down at home again in a more strict way. For some of you, you're just going to be choosing to spend more time alone because you recognize that the energy is lower, it's around new moon, you need to be alone, you need to do some internal reflection. And this is really going to bring through a lot of inspiration, a lot of new creative ideas. And while it's maybe not the time to jump into manifesting those ideas right now, or even to be planting the seeds, it's a great time to be receiving the ideas. Please write them down. Write down those ideas. Don't let them slip away. You have access to some very interesting and divine inspiration right now. Maybe it's coming through in the dream spaces. Maybe it's coming through after hours of meditation. Oh, I really do feel for you guys a really long meditation over this new moon. Really encourage you to sit down and listen to your own heart. Listen to your own true desires. Tap into those true passions. Be honest with yourself about what it is you really, really desire. What it is that really ignites those flames within you. It's a very good time to just check in. And then in terms of the energy unfolding for you after this new moon, we have the Six of Cups with the Sun card. And, you know, again, astrologically, the forecasts are quite doom and gloom. If you go watch spaces like the Astrology forecast and, you know, many other astrological places. And I really just am seeing so much power coming through for you guys. The Six of Cups with the Sun card. The Six of Cups is about releasing old emotion around the childhood, looking back at the childhood, doing some more forgiving. Forgiving of the parents, forgiving of yourself, forgiving of those who harmed you, forgiving of any bullies, forgiving of teachers who were cruel to you or who said things to you that gave you some kind of idea about your capabilities that simply is not true. Forgiving those people and shifting into joy, shifting into freedom, shifting into love, shifting into that sun energy. Sun as the ruler of your moon sign, Leos. You are absolute magic. And the thing is, it is your birthright. It is your divine birthright to access expansive, abundant, joyful, playful energy. In fact, there is a childlike innocence about this energy. And that's not an insult. You know, children in so many ways are so much wiser than us adults because they know how to just be in the moment and just get lost in it, absorbed in it, and play. Please access some of these playful energies while you release this stuff that no longer serves you. You are magical creators. Shift yourself into your joy even as you are revisiting your old traumas. Shift into that playfulness. You are love. You are love. And thank you for sharing that love with me by hitting like, by hitting subscribe. Thank you for commenting below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if that resonated. I'd love to hear what you're shifting through at the moment. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching. I'd love to check you out on Instagram. Please follow me there. I do a weekly live in that space on Tuesdays, which is, yeah, a very nice interactive space. I can see your comments while I'm reading the cards, and completely different form to this. It's really fun. Sometimes I do live ceremony events on my Facebook page, so if you'd like to join me there, I'd really love to see you. And of course, we're so powerful when we come together with intention. You are magical beings. You are strong. You are creative. You are filled with passion, with drive. You really just know how to deal with all of this energy that's going on right now. You are empowered because you're empowering yourself. Thank you for watching. Oh, and of course, if you would like a full reading with me, I would be absolutely honored to do this work with you. Please drop me an email. Everything is linked below. With love, guys.